fun!
So today we're hanging out with Kara, who's a native Bostonian, and her job is to find awesome projects in Boston and then make them happen. You run the Awesome Foundation in Boston?
I do. Basically, it's 10 friends who get together, each put in $100, and it makes a $1,000 grant, and we give it out to somebody who does something awesome.
So like what type of stuff?
Robots, laser heaters, gardeners, activists.
So wait, you funded robots, lasers, and gardeners?
Cotton candy cannon.
Well, we're gonna see some of that stuff today, right?
Yes, we are.
One person Kara wants me to meet is Caleb, who got an awesome foundation grant for turning a boring school building into a mystical children's wonderland.
This was just painted in this kind of cruddy red color. Just seeing kids come into this sort of less than inspiring spot, that was the inspiration for the mural.
Were you trying to put yourself back into a place of like childhood, what you would do to that wall?
Totally. I just wanted to make a place where if I were a little kid, I'd want to run into.
But when Caleb's not helping kids smash into a wall, he's helping other artists paint kids onto a wall.
What are we looking at?
Well, we're here on the Rose Kennedy Greenway. I mean, I'm absolutely flabbergasted and very proud of Boston that this happened in this location. And it's a temporary project also. It's
Temporary?
Yeah. At some point in the next 18 months, it'll come down, so.
Why? Take the people's joy away. Now, as we all know from the restoration of that furry Jesus painting, great art often causes controversy. And this is no different.
I do not see a child. I see a cartoon figure wrapped in mustard. Who gives the right to do this? I just think that the statement itself is a little bit too large for life, considering we are still at war with the Middle East.
We're not at war with the Middle East.
I'm not exactly sure what the artist's intentions were, but if it was a Muslim, it was a Muslim Simpsons character in his pajamas.
But art is so subjective that you can't really make heads or terrorists of it. So we headed to Boston's most trusted source in news for almost 150 years, the Boston Globe.
What do you do?
I am the creative technologist at the Boston Globe.
And what is that?
Well, I run Globe Lab, which is where we try to figure out the future of news.
Let's check it out.
Okay, great.
Cool.
The paper still publishes 125 stories a day, but Chris is the guy to make sure the Globe goes into the 21st century.
So we're looking at a project called Snap. It's an experiment to say what would happen if we recorded every single Instagram photo taken in the city of Boston over a summer to kind of investigate how are people reporting their own news in Boston.
I see there's a guy smoking I guess, is that a blunt?
So that's an example of why this particular product is only in the lab and not out in the real world.
All our Instagrams are news now? I can just see the headlines. Girl takes photo of self in bathroom mirror. Could there be a fun night out ahead? Also, something to do with Syria. Really appreciate it.
Oh, absolutely, man. Anytime. Come by anytime.
I get my news from hearsay. I generally just quote movies from the early 90s. And if that has something to do with news, then great, I'm topical. If Batman Returns does not apply to news, then I'm out of the loop. Now we're going to the crab robot factory.
The rideable hexapod.
We're going to see the crab robot. What is the Artisan Asylum and what do you have to do with it?
With the Awesome Foundation, we've done some events here, and there are lots of really creative people inside. There's different kinds of robotics going on, classes.
I gotta be honest, this sounds like the coolest place in the universe.
It might be.
Have you ever seen the giant crab robot before?
It's not a crab robot, Zach. I've told you this.
Kara had some big problem with me calling a crab robot a crab robot. But it's a crab robot. Oh, sorry, rideable hexapod
robot that is going to revolutionize
crab robot technology.
Crab robot technology.
So we put on our safety goggles, headed through the Artisan's Asylum, resisting the allure of the giant baby carriage and the intentionally dangerous bikes, to come face to face with the mammoth mechanical wonder of the rideable hexapod. aka Crab Robot.
As it turns out, the crab robot is less of a rideable hexapod and more of a crab leg because it's not put together yet. So when they do, it'll carry all sorts of disaster relief and hopefully kill Will Smith and Kevin Kline because Wild Wild West sucks. This whole place is one of those environments that you wish existed everywhere. Like, it's good to see that there's really cool people in Boston doing things like this.
And as we ended the day with ice cream, I couldn't help but be in awe of Kara. How she'd been a part of all these amazing projects, but never asked to be front and center. So I told her how much I appreciated that, and what was probably my most emotional moment of this journey so far. Let's listen in. Kinda quiet. Where's the audio guy? Oh, he's eating ice cream. Well, at least we got the onboard mic.
Oh my god. This was awesome.
This was so awesome.
This was great.
You're gonna hate me, Zach.
What?
This microphone wasn't on.
So, Kara and I decided to go the lost in translation route and keep our goodbye to ourselves, and you'll never know what we said, and artistic choice. But what I do want to share about Kara is that her passion is sharing other people's passions and supporting them. And so everything that we saw was just a result of that. So if you live in Boston, please check out the Boston chapter of the Awesome Foundation. And if you see something awesome on the street, odds are Kara had something to do with it. So give her a hug from me, because she's awesome.